Inner peace. Hide these 5 things according to Buddhist teachings and Feng Shui. Have you ever felt a subtle burden after opening up and sharing something deeply personal, a quiet joy? Or simply your dreams for the future? Perhaps it was when you revealed your true feelings, or entrusted a secret to those you believed in. But what if I told you that this very act of sharing, especially without mindful awareness and careful consideration, could be silently hindering your peace, your growth, and even the flow of prosperity in your life? For millennia, the most profound spiritual traditions, from the profound wisdom of the Buddha to the subtle harmony of Feng Shui, have gently reminded us of a powerful truth: controlling speech is controlling the mind. Silence is not a lack of words, but words carefully chosen. In a world constantly overflowing with noise, the ability to protect what is precious, to choose discernment over hasty revelation, is perhaps the most life-changing action you can take for your own well-being. Today, we'll embark on a journey together to explore what you should keep to yourself, things you perhaps shouldn't speak aloud. We'll delve into 5 crucial aspects of your life that, according to the unwavering flow of Buddhist wisdom, are best shielded from the turmoil of external opinions and energies. And pay special attention to the very last point. It's something many of us often stumble upon but rarely truly recognize. So, please follow this video until the very end. Get ready to expand your understanding of communication, to master the art of energetic self-preservation, and to discover how cultivating profound silence can unlock a boundless sense of inner peace and guide you to your highest potential. This isn't just about what not to say, it's about the immense value you gain by embracing the power of the unspoken. Before we dive into the first point, please support us by leaving a comment below with the phrase, "Silence is the realm of wisdom," where the mind is undisturbed by frivolous words. This will help your mind stay peaceful and avoid negative influences. And don't forget to hit the like button, and share this video to spread this valuable wisdom to even more people. Now, let's move on to the first point: your inner peace, guarding the sacred sanctuary within. The Buddha once sagely remarked, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." This profound statement is not merely a philosophical musing, it is a fundamental principle of energetic self-preservation. In my decades of studying Buddhist psychology, and the subtle energies addressed by Feng Shui, I've observed countless individuals unwittingly compromise their inner equilibrium by exposing their most delicate inner states to the external world. Consider your inner peace not as a fragile butterfly that can be easily squashed, but as a meticulously cultivated garden. You spend countless hours tilling the soil of your mind, planting seeds of mindfulness, watering them with meditation, and nurturing them with positive affirmations. This sacred space, vibrant with the blossoming flowers of equanimity and joy, is your most precious asset. Yet, how often do we leave the gates of this garden wide open, inviting any passerby to wander in, tracking mud, plucking flowers, or even sowing weeds? When we constantly feel the urge to broadcast our deepest thoughts, our fleeting emotions, or our nascent spiritual insights, we invite a torrent of external reactions. Some may offer genuine support, yes, but many others will respond with judgment, doubt, envy, or even a subtle form of energetic sabotage. Their opinions, whether well-intentioned or not, become external winds that buffet the delicate flame of your inner calm. From a Feng Shui perspective, this is akin to having a beautiful, harmonious space that lacks proper energetic boundaries. Imagine a home with an open front door leading directly into the most private sanctuary, the bedroom. Without a clear separation, without a conscious effort to protect the core energy of that space, it becomes vulnerable to external influences, both seen and unseen. Similarly, your inner peace, the core energy of your being, requires clear boundaries. True peace, as Buddhism teaches, arises from detachment. This isn't cold indifference, it's a profound understanding that your internal state should not be dictated by external circumstances. or the reactions of others. It means detaching from the drama others try to impose, from the expectations they project onto you, and from the emotional roller coasters they might inadvertently, or deliberately, try to pull you into. I recall a student, Sarah, who had diligently cultivated a profound sense of inner calm through years of meditation. She was often complimented on her serene demeanor. However, she also had a habit of sharing every subtle shift in her emotional landscape with her well-meaning, but highly anxious, friend group. Whenever Sarah felt a moment of sadness or uncertainty, she would confide in them, seeking validation or advice. Invariably, their anxious reactions, their fears, and their often unsolicited opinions would amplify her nascent discomfort, turning a momentary cloud into a full-blown storm. Her inner peace, once a steadfast anchor, became a weather vane, constantly shifting with the external winds of her friends' anxieties. It was only when she learned to hold space for her own emotions, to process them internally, or share them only with a trusted, truly detached mentor, that her inner garden truly flourished, undisturbed. Your inner world is not a public forum, it is a sacred temple. Share your kindness, your wisdom, your compassionate presence. But guard the serenity you have painstakingly built. When you protect your inner peace, you create an unshakable foundation from which you can truly engage with the world. Not as a victim of its fluctuations, but as a source of calm stability. Next up in this video, we'll talk about your negative thoughts, the silent poison of the spoken word. The Buddha's wisdom on guarding one's thoughts is strikingly prescient in our modern world. He stated, "Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts." This isn't just about internal self-talk, it's profoundly about the energetic repercussions of externalizing negativity. Our minds are indeed like gardens. If we cultivate them with positive, affirming thoughts, they flourish, yielding fruits of joy, creativity, and resilience. But if we allow them to be overgrown with the weeds of negativity, complaints, criticisms, grievances, and then broadcast these weeds into the world, we not only pollute our own mental landscape, but also energetically contaminate the space around us. Think about the ripple effect. Each time we voice a complaint, criticize a situation, or dwell aloud on what's wrong, we are not just expressing, we are affirming, reinforcing, and even magnetizing that negativity. Words are not mere sounds, they are vibrations, energetic constructs that carry immense power. They can heal, inspire, and uplift, but they can also wound, destroy, and entrench suffering. Once spoken, words cannot be recalled, their energetic imprint already released into the collective consciousness. This is precisely why the Buddha emphasized right speech as one of the tenets of the Eightfold Path. Right speech is not just about being polite, it's about speaking only what is true, not gossip, not lies, not exaggerations. Necessary, not idle chatter, not pointless complaints. Kind, not harsh, not abusive, not divisive. Before a thought, especially a negative one, crosses your lips, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, does this bring peace or does it create suffering? Does this uplift or does it diminish? Is this truly necessary for harmonious interaction? If the answer is not a resounding uplift or peace, it is almost always better left unsaid. From a Feng Shui perspective, this relates to the concept of sha-qi or negative energy. Just as cluttered spaces and stagnant water can generate sha-qi in a physical environment, so too can negative words generate energetic discord in our personal space and relationships. When we speak ill of others, complain endlessly, or spread negativity, we are essentially creating a cloud of sha-qi around ourselves, repelling positive opportunities, and attracting more of what we dislike. Conversely, positive, uplifting speech cultivates sheng-qi, vibrant, life-affirming energy. I once knew a brilliant artist, David, whose talent was undeniable. However, David was a master of negative self-talk and, unfortunately, an avid externalizer of it. He would constantly complain about his lack of inspiration, the unfairness of the art market, or the supposed mediocrity of his peers. While his friends initially offered sympathy, over time, they began to subtly distance themselves. His negativity became a palpable energetic drain. His studio, though filled with beautiful art, felt heavy and oppressive. He even started experiencing persistent creative blocks. Through consistent coaching, I helped him understand that his spoken complaints weren't just reflections of his state. They were actively creating and reinforcing that very state. When he committed to a no-complaint challenge, and consciously chose to reframe his thoughts, and thus his words, to focus on gratitude and possibility, not only did his personal relationships improve, but his creative flow returned with a vengeance. And his art began to sell more consistently. His environment, both internal and external, transformed. Choosing your words carefully is an act of profound self-respect and environmental responsibility. They are the brush strokes with which you paint your reality and the world around you. Let them be vibrant, life-affirming colors, not dull, dreary shades. Moving on to the third part we'll explore together. Personal vulnerabilities, trusting wisely, protecting deeply. It is an innate human need to seek connection and support, especially during times of struggle. Sharing our vulnerabilities can indeed be a powerful catalyst for healing and deeper intimacy. However, the Buddhist teaching on self-awareness offers a crucial caveat. Not everyone who listens truly understands, and not everyone who smiles wishes you well. In our earnest pursuit of connection, we sometimes expose our deepest wounds, our weaknesses, our fears, our past mistakes, to individuals whose intentions or capacity for empathy are, at best, limited, and at worst, malicious. This is where wisdom, not naivete, must guide our discretion. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of discernment. While sharing can lead to healing, sharing with the wrong people can lead to profound pain. Some may judge you, using your revelations as fodder for gossip or to subtly undermine you. Others may consciously or unconsciously use your vulnerabilities against you, seeing them as leverage. And, most heartbreakingly, some may simply not care, their indifference amplifying your sense of isolation. True wisdom lies in knowing who is worthy of your trust. This isn't about being guarded or cynical, it's about being energetically intelligent. Before you open your heart, ask yourself, is this person truly capable of understanding my struggles with genuine compassion and without judgment? Do they have a proven track record of upholding confidentiality and supporting others without personal gain? Am I exposing myself to unnecessary harm by confiding in this individual? Your deepest wounds are not for public display. They are sacred trusts to be shared only with those who will treat them with the utmost care, respect, and unconditional love. This selective sharing is not a sign of weakness but of strength, a testament to your understanding of energetic boundaries and self-preservation. In Feng Shui, this concept resonates with the idea of protecting your inner sanctum or wealth corner. Just as you wouldn't leave your valuables exposed to strangers, you shouldn't expose your most sensitive emotional assets to those who might inadvertently or deliberately diminish their value or exploit them. The energy of trust is incredibly potent. When we place our trust wisely, it creates a powerful energetic bond that supports healing and growth. When we misplace it, it creates energetic leaks and vulnerability. I once mentored a bright young woman, Maya, who, after a challenging divorce, felt immense pressure to appear strong and resilient to everyone. Yet, beneath the surface, she was struggling with deep feelings of failure and self-doubt. In an attempt to be authentic, she began openly sharing her lingering insecurities with colleagues and casual acquaintances, believing it would foster connection. What she experienced, however, was not connection but rather a subtle shift in how others perceived her. Some colleagues began to treat her with condescension, while others, seeing her perceived weakness, started to subtly compete with her for projects. Her perceived vulnerability became a tool for others to assert their own dominance. It was a painful lesson. I guided her to understand that while vulnerability is a strength, indiscriminate vulnerability can be a liability. We worked on identifying her truly safe spaces and individuals, a therapist, a trusted family member, and one very close friend, with whom she could share her true struggles without fear of judgment or exploitation. As she cultivated this discernment, she found genuine healing, and her professional reputation, bolstered by her newfound energetic boundaries, also strengthened significantly. Share wisely, discerningly. Your heart is a treasure chest, and its contents should only be entrusted to those who have proven themselves worthy of such a profound privilege. The next section is about future plans, the silent power of action over announcement. The Buddha taught that attachment to the future leads to suffering. This wisdom extends powerfully to the realm of our aspirations and goals. When we prematurely vocalize our future plans, we often inadvertently create energetic resistance and invite unnecessary pressure, both internal and external. Consider the act of conception, a silent, internal process. A seed is planted, and for a period, it develops in darkness, shielded and nourished. Only when it has sufficiently matured does it break through the surface, ready to face the world. Our dreams and goals often require a similar period of gestation. When we constantly talk about our goals, we create expectations, not just for ourselves, which can lead to self-imposed pressure, but also in the minds of others. And when expectations rise, so too does the potential for disappointment, judgment, and even envy. Many people share their dreams hoping for support, but in reality, premature words can invite doubt, criticism, or even a subtle form of energetic resistance from those who consciously or unconsciously might not want to see you succeed. From a Feng Shui perspective, this is about conserving your qi or life force energy. Every time you talk about a future goal, you expend a certain amount of energetic intention. If that energy isn't immediately followed by action, it dissipates. Imagine a beautiful painting that is endlessly discussed but never actually painted. The creative energy, instead of flowing into tangible creation, is spent on mere conversation. Furthermore, when others inject their doubts or negative opinions into your plans, they introduce energetic blocks that can subtly derail your progress. The more you talk, the more you open the door for distractions, conflicting opinions, and negative energy that can erode your confidence and dilute your focus. Instead, let your actions speak for you. Move in silence. Work with unwavering focus and dedication. Cultivate the discipline of quiet execution. When success inevitably comes, it will be undeniable, self-evident, and all the more impactful because it emerges from a foundation of quiet, sustained effort, rather than being heralded by empty promises. The most powerful achievements are those that surprise the world, not those that are declared before they have even taken root. A former client, Michael, was a brilliant entrepreneur with innovative ideas. However, he had a habit of announcing every new business concept with great fanfare on social media, and to his extensive network, often before he had even laid the groundwork. He'd spend weeks talking about the next big thing, only for these ideas to fizzle out, often due to unforeseen obstacles or a loss of his initial enthusiasm. He'd get a surge of initial validation from others, but then the pressure to deliver, coupled with the unsolicited advice and occasional negative comments, would overwhelm him. He was effectively spending his creative energy on talking rather than doing. I encouraged him to adopt a stealth mode approach, where he would work on his new ventures in complete silence. For a set period, sharing details only once significant milestones were achieved. The transformation was remarkable. Freed from external scrutiny and the need for immediate validation, He was able to focus intensely, overcome challenges privately, and launch a successful tech startup that genuinely surprised everyone. His quiet dedication became his most potent tool. Guard your dreams as precious seeds. Nurture them in the fertile soil of silence, and let their eventual blossoming be their own magnificent declaration. And finally, acts of kindness, the purest offering is unseen. In a world obsessed with public recognition, where every good deed often feels like it needs a hashtag or a viral video, true kindness is becoming a rare and exquisite gem. Many perform acts of charity or compassion, but often, subtly, their motivation is tinged with a desire for praise, validation, or an enhanced public image. However, the Buddha offered a timeless insight: a good deed brings joy to the heart, whether seen or unseen. This teaching is not about secrecy, it is about purity of intention. When we perform acts of kindness, our motivation should stem from unconditional love and compassion, not from a yearning for external approval or the applause of others. The moment our kindness becomes a performance, its intrinsic spiritual value diminishes. It transforms from a selfless offering into a transaction, where the reward is external validation rather than the internal joy of selfless giving. If you give, give without expectation of return. If you help, help without seeking credit or recognition. The true reward of kindness is an internal resonance, a quiet satisfaction, a broadening of the heart, a deepening of compassion within your own being. This internal joy is far more profound and lasting than any fleeting external applause. From a Feng Shui perspective, this relates to the flow of energy and the accumulation of good karma. When you perform acts of kindness purely and selflessly, you generate positive Sheng Qi, life-affirming energy, within yourself and around you. This energy is a potent attractor of further blessings and opportunities. Conversely, when kindness is performed with a conscious desire for recognition, it creates a subtle energetic attachment, and can even lead to resentment if the desired praise isn't received. The energy becomes entangled, less pure. I was once privileged to witness the profound impact of unseen kindness through the actions of an elderly monk. He regularly performed acts of charity, quietly delivering food to impoverished families, mending torn clothes for street children, or simply offering a comforting word to those in despair. He never spoke of his actions, never sought thanks, and actively avoided being seen. I asked him once why he was so meticulous about his anonymity. He smiled gently and said, "My child, the true gift is not what I give, but the joy that arises within me when I give without expectation. The moment I seek recognition, the gift becomes tainted, and my joy, fleeting. The universe sees, that is all that matters." His words resonated deeply. His face radiated an inner light, a profound contentment that could only come from a wellspring of truly selfless generosity. His energy was profoundly peaceful and uplifting, a testament to the purity of his intentions. Buddhism teaches us that the purest generosity is selfless, an act of dana, giving, that seeks no reward. So, the next time you perform an act of kindness, let it be a silent offering to the universe. Let it be a gentle contribution to the collective good that needs no announcement, no fanfare, and no recognition. For the greatest blessings, both given and received, are often those that unfold in the serene embrace of silence. In a world where noise is often equated with importance, and constant sharing is mistaken for genuine connection, the timeless wisdom of the Buddha and the subtle insights of Feng Shui offer a profound counter-narrative: silence is not emptiness. It is a deep form of wisdom, a powerful vessel for your energy, your peace, and your strength. To master the art of living well, we must first master the art of the unspoken. Guard your inner peace like a sacred temple, for it is the bedrock of your well-being. Choose your words with the precision of a master calligrapher, for they shape your reality and resonate far beyond their utterance. Discern wisely with whom you share your vulnerabilities, for trust is a precious commodity. Cultivate your dreams in the fertile darkness of quiet action, allowing your achievements to speak for themselves. And practice kindness with a pure heart, seeking no reward, but the boundless joy it naturally generates within. By embracing the power of silence and mindful discretion, you are not retreating from the world. You are engaging with it more authentically, more powerfully, and with a profound sense of inner integrity. You become a conduit for peace, a beacon of clarity, and a testament to the enduring strength that arises when you choose to protect what is sacred within. Which aspect of mindful silence do you find most challenging to practice in your daily life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If this video resonated with you, please like it, share it with those who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more insights into living a life of peace and purpose. Your support helps us spread this invaluable wisdom far and wide.